those BBLs be stinking. So you guys may have seen this online that BBL smells is trending. And there are a lot of reasons for that smell, but I think that I will tell you guys a story about a girl that I dated, and I took her out, and she had a BBL. Her body looked crazy good. Like, she had it done right. Her whole body looked amazing. So we linked up, and we went out, had a really good time. We went to a Lakers game and then went to a spot by LA Live and had some dinner. Had a really good time. And so she was like, so what you trying to do? I was like, yeah, let's go back to my place and relax, have a nightcap, and see where it takes us. So we drive back to my spot. And so light the candles, get the music going, open up a bottle of champagne, and we sitting there and we're having a nice vibe. And, we started getting into it and everything, and clothes started to come off. And she wanted to give me a little show. So she was like, just stand right there. And so, she took off everything very seductively and got on my bed and started twerking that thing, right? And I was like, what the hell? Because at this point, she got nothing on. And I smelled this smell, and it hits my nose. The shit was like a salt of my nose. I'm like, what the hell? And so I'm like, baby, not to be rude, but I know we had a long day. You're not smelling that fresh down there. I think you need to get into the shower and go ahead and freshen up. And she looked at me so embarrassed. I did it as gently as I could, but what I realized is if someone has had a normal size behind for all of their life, and then they switch up, and now they got this big BBL, they have to reach back there and really clean. You know what I'm saying? And if they're not used to doing that, they might not know that, hey, you sweat differently. Everything is different when you add that much more meat back there. That thing can't breathe as good. And so she ended up getting in the shower and everything. I had everything that she needed. And I ended up clapping them cheeks. And it was much better. But some people, the smell, I think her smell was coming from just not being able to get back there and clean properly. But some people's smell is coming from what the excretions and what's coming out with the fat that they've actually put in to their bodies. So, BBLs for me is just for fun. Those women are for fun. Like, you can't take women with BBLs, in my opinion, to parent-teacher conferences. They big old ass knocking over the little kids' crayons and stuff as they try to walk through the parent-teachers conferences in them small-ass classrooms. That's not really for me. That's for fun. That's for, weekend fun. Wifey material is just regular, natural women that you can build a family with and give a great life to. But that's one of my stories on BBLs. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments.
As someone who's Dominican, I'm going to explain the BBL smell. So everybody has just started talking about this, but honestly, the smell doesn't come from the butt or from the vag. The smell comes from the fat excretions that are coming out. So when women have liposuctions and BBLs, about 3 weeks later, all the way up to 3 weeks later, they have excretions, actually grease, that comes out of their body, and it has a putrid smell. That's one of the main reasons why I just stay the way that I am and just try to work out and do the best. Because you gotta be really brave to get a BBL or any type of liposuction surgery. So the BBL smell is not because of women's pH balance. It's not because they don't shower. It's simply because it's fat excretions that are still coming out weeks after the surgery is finally done. So if you do smell an awkward smell around somebody that had a BBL, it's because of the fat excretions and liquid coming out their body.
Thank you. Thank you for backing me up. This young lady says, coming from a girl with a BBL, the excretion smells horrible. Couldn't think of doing anything in the first 4 months. As I said, there is something called necrosis. When the fat is taken out and reintroduced into your behind, there could be necrosis, and that would produce a smell. If you look up BBLs and side effects, one of the first side effects that it talks about is a smell. I don't just do these videos, guys. I go and do my research. I know what I'm talking about when I say what I'm saying. But I appreciate this young lady saying what she said, because there's a lot of people in the comments that don't believe that there are excretions that come from BBLs. And there are. As a matter of fact, if you search excretions on TikTok, you will find doctors also talking about this very thing. So do your research.
Two secrets that Instagram models don't want you to know about their BBL. Wiping down there is going to be a lot more difficult because there's more to reach around. So if you're around somebody with a BBL and they smell, well, when you see an Instagram model travel for a cheaper price, understand it's not quite as pretty on the way back. Example A. We hope they find a comfortable seating position. Let me know which procedure you want me to expose now.
Wait.
So when does the fat stop dying after a BBL?
Hey, so the question we get asked a lot is, when does my fat, is it finally there after the BBL, or when does it stop reabsorbing after BBL? Because a portion of it will reabsorb, somewhere between half to 20%, or 50% to 80%, we'll say. So what determines that? Well, let's go back to this graph that I know I do all the time. So after BBL, fat cells are big, plump, and swollen, and then right about the 2-week mark, we see a significant decrease or shrinkage in the fat cells, and we drop and we lose some volume. Now, we're gonna lose anywhere between 20 to 50% of the volume. And you say, my goodness, well, what determines that? Two things really determine it. Number one is how much of what we inject in you was fat. So in our practice, we actually strain and filter all the fat, so what we inject in you is pure fat. The second thing, and equally important, is how much are you off of your butt? So the more you are on your butt, the more it's going to drop down size. The less you're on your butt, the less it's going to drop down size. We want you to stay off that butt as much as you can for the first 6 weeks. I know people say all the time that, hey, I stayed on my butt and it still stayed. That's rare. Don't do it. Don't sit on it.
Come with me to get a BBL. I go to the clinic, I get dressed in my gown, and I am so nervous at this point because BBLs are so risky, like you don't even know. Then I get marked up by my surgeon. This is where he's taking the lipo from to stick in my butt. And I'm pretty much on my way to theater at this point. I get out and I am in so much pain. This is me straight after they wrapped me up in puppy pads, and like I did not want to move. Like, I don't want any help either. I just wanted to do it all myself. This is how swollen my face was. And this is a day after. I'm still super swollen, but the results are looking good. And you can't even sit down. You can't sit down for 6 weeks. So this is me at a restaurant, just literally standing up. And this is the results. I am super happy with the outcome. It has made such a difference to my body, and I am so happy that I got it done.
Okay, I am in day 3 recovery. We are not going to talk about how rough I look, but I had to come outside for this one. I have had 2 kids, both of them being 9 pounds and without any medication, all natural out of my vagine, okay? Getting a liposuction in BBL hurt 3 times the amount of giving birth. I would give birth 80 more times before I had another BBL. Not so much the ass part, because the ass part kind of just stays numb. Like, I don't really feel it. It feels like I did some squats. But this stomach part, you see how they snatched? See, they snatched a bitch up. The snatching part is burning. You're on fire. In fuego, in flames, on fire. Liposuction sucks. You sleep on your belly. They have to suck you into this girdle. Sorry, I almost showed my chichis. But they gotta suck you in there. It hurts so bad. But I mean, hey, people have babies, so do it.
These BBLs killing y'all. And the thighs don't match. Well. Turn to your neighbor and say, these BBLs killing y'all. These BBLs killing y'all. Yeah. And the thighs don't match. What a shame. These BBLs killing y'all. And the thighs don't match. Well. Turn to your neighbor and say, receipts so you know it's mine. And the thighs don't match. Well. Turn to your neighbor and say, these BBLs killing y'all. and the thighs don't match. What a killing y'all, killing y'all, killing y'all, killing y'all. I look like a bug. You better show me some love. When you see me online, you know I paid a good price. Slide in my DMs, boy, come holler at me. Gotta get acquainted with this new fatty. Your favorite IG model ain't got nothing on me. Fashion Nova on my peach with this Georgia donkey. I would've hit the gym, but I didn't have the time. I got receipts, so you know it's mine. And the thighs don't match. Well, 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 well. Turn to your neighbor and say, these BBLs killing y'all.